Good morning to you. Welcome back to Morning Live. My name is Vusiwe Ngcobo for the Sports Desk. Now, the SABC keeps getting into commercial partnerships in the hope of growing the sports of boxing in different parts of the country. Limpopo is a province where investment in the sport of boxing is constantly increasing. And in another merger with the public broadcaster, the people of Limpopo will get more live boxing action. To talk to us about this, we are joined by the MEC for Economic Development, Environment and Tourism in the province of Limpopo, Mr. Rodgers Monama. MEC, a good morning to you and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Lucy, and to your viewership.
So MEC, let's talk about how normally when a partnership of this nature happens, the public get to hear and see also just the benefits coming to the boxers from the different provinces that participate. But talk to us about the reason that this partnership is taking place with the SABC and from your point of view, what the purpose is.
Yeah, basically, I think the issue of tourism is one of the competitive edge that we have. So we wanted to factor in the issue of the what you call the sport tourism, because Limpopo is gradually becoming a gem in terms of tourism. And as such, we are forging some partnership with strategic partners to ensure that we attract more tourists in the province, more especially the inbound and the outbound tourism in terms of the destination marketing that we have as the province. And we are using a vehicle called the Limpopo Tourism Agency to propel the economy in that part, because as and when we are hosting event of that magnitude, we have the potential to unleash unrivaled and untapped market. And that's basically, as and when people are coming, also they invest a lot more. And also in terms of us strengthening enterprise development ecosystem, our SMMEs and some job creations are being created as and when we host this type of event. I think that's the context in which we are hosting and having this type of a partnership.
And now we know that there is going to be a fight night on the 23rd of June, but talk to us about, now we specifically speak about the province of Limpopo. Are all the service providers and all those involved going to be coming from the province?
Yeah, definitely we are partnering with Limpopo Championship Boxing to ensure that on an annual basis we have this type of an event. We started with the international boxing bout last year, and we are continuing this year. And like I said, we are using some of our licenses like Meropa Casino to say one of the terms and conditions that they have to unveil is to ensure that they incorporate emerging SMMEs to host event of this magnitude. And we are calling or making a clarion call to all and sundry to support this because boxing, for instance, we are using it in the context of fighting the scourge of gender-based violence and femicide, because we are saying that the real men do not beat women, but they must go where they belong and fight and get title. You reckon that Floyd Mayweather is one of the richest people in the world because of the boxing. So this is one sporting code that I think will assist us, but also to deal with the artificial divide of amateurs and professional boxers. So that's we are calling upon people to really give them the necessary support. And as government, we have that responsibility to create a conducive environment for that. Yeah.
And I hear you, MEC, speak about how you want to use boxing as well as a means to fight against GBV. But why boxing in particular? Because you could have used any other sporting code. You could have looked into netball. You could have looked into football, cricket. Is it just that you feel the sport of boxing has strong ties with Limpopo?
Yeah, you remember that Limpopo has produced some legends in terms of your boxing. So this is more of a resurgence of the boxing in the province, because you have your Philippine Cassius Baloyi, even the champ Dongola himself, he was part of those champions that we used to have. So what we are saying is that the context is that the boxing, because of the issue, the scourge of the gender-based violence, that's where people should fight and not use vulnerable victims to advance their selfish and ulterior motives. And that's what as government we can contribute to end up or flatten the curve of these things.
And I hear you, MEC, speak about that, but something else I want to talk about is you mentioned the likes of your Philip Ndoes and boxers that have come out of the province, but something else that we've seen as a country is some of these boxers, once they've retired, they just don't have the financial means to sustain themselves beyond that. So are there any programs that you currently have in place to help these boxers to say, once you move out of being a professional boxer, this is what we're putting in place to assist you?
Yeah, that's the responsibility of our department as Economic Development, Environment, Tourism, to assist these people, because to us they are part of the SMMEs. And we have that responsibility of ensuring that how do they then derive benefits out of this sport and make sure that they are one of the reputable business people that you reckon that, for instance, Tinkane Tobela of this world, how they've used boxing to go where they are today in the economy of scale. And those are some of the good examples that we have, that they must do all these things. But also, they can also go and be assisted to become promoters, and as government will then support them.
MEC, thank you so much for your time this morning, and once again, congratulations to your department for actually just taking a stand. South Africans love boxing, and so often we don't get to see enough of it. So thank you so much for the work that you're doing.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you very much.
That's MEC Rodgers Monama talking all things boxing right here on SABC's Morning Live. Of course, there will be a tournament happening in Limpopo on the 23rd of June, and you can catch that right here on the public broadcaster.